Hey guys, Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. So I've heard about this new PCP from Umarex, and it shoots arrows. Seriously guys, let's check it out. This is the Air Javelin from Umarex. This is my next grip review. Really quick, I want to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns for making this video possible. Go check them out, guys. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. www.gatewaytoairguns.org. So the Air Javelin, this is the Air Javelin Pro. It's not completely new. There is an original Air Javelin, but it was operated and powered by an 88-gram cartridge of CO2. So the big difference is this is a PCP. It is powered by high-pressured air. What does that mean? Well, it's a whole world of difference. You're going to get higher and more consistent velocity. You're going to get more consistent point of impact. Plus, it's all year-round user-friendly. That means the temperature won't affect it. That sounds enticing, doesn't it? Let's get into some details. Okay, from back to front, we have a rubber butt plate. We have a collapsible or adjustable AR style stock. It goes from 31 inches long to 34.25 inches long. Total weight, 4.75 pounds. A integrated sling slot. Also, the straight pull bolt action, it's ambidextrous. It can go on either side of the rifle. And then under that, we have the manual push button safety. Textured pistol grip, as well as the forearm. Both of them are textured, which helps with grippiness. Then the single stage trigger and M-LOK rails on both sides, as well as a full length Picatinny rail to mount whatever optic of your choice. And under that, we're gonna have the 121cc air cylinder that fills, max fill, guys, 4,500 PSI. So, wow. 4,500 PSI for this little guy, or 310 bar, whichever language you choose to use. A really cool thing about this is, are you guys guessing? You guys think you know what I'm about to say? This is regulated. Regulated. Talk about consistency. Consistency in velocity, consistency in point of impact. That's what regulated does. We'll see. We'll see how this performs in just a little bit as far as being a regulated PCP. Oh, the regulator is set at 1,500 PSI per shot. So each arrow is going to be pushed downrange by 1,500 PSI. It has the male Foster Quick Connect fill port, which I love, and I know a lot of you air gunners love. It's the placement of the pressure gauge. It is so easy to read right there by the fill port. No stretching your neck to the other side of the gun to try to see where you're at. I think that's pretty much it as far as aesthetics for the gun. Now it is a, the entire gun is synthetic, so it's kind of plasticky, but it makes for a really light gun. Like I said, 4.75 pounds. That's super light. Now the ammunition. This is an arrow gun. So what it uses are these 170 grain arrow. That includes the 50 grain field tip. So it's a 120 grain shaft with a 50 grain field tip, which is removable. So you can place the blood bug broadheads on it and go get you some game. Okay, operation, guys. We're getting closer and closer to checking out the performance. Okay, so there's a couple of things that we need to do before we take it out to the range. One, decide what side you want the bolt on. I'm right-handed, I've got it on the right-hand side, but it is perfectly capable of being on the left if that's what you prefer. So once you've decided, insert your bolt on that side. Then you're going to need to mount an optic. It is not equipped with open sights, nor does it come with an optic, but I have the Axion 4x32 air archery scope. This scope is equipped with ranging reticles, which you'll see how I use them in a little while. It's pretty sweet. Okay, then it's to the tank. Let's fill it. Max fill, 4,500 PSI. The best way to fill it would be with a compressor like the Umarex Ready Air or the JTS compressor. Either one of those will get it to its max pressure. I used a bottle, so my max fill for this was 4,200 PSI. I don't think that's going to hinder us from believing what Umarex claims. Okay, so next is to insert the arrow on the shaft. The shaft at the end of the gun, you're going to push the arrow onto it. You're going to feel it, it's kind of like a click. You're going to feel it twice, and then your arrow is seated. Next, point your muzzle in a safe direction at the target you intend on shooting. Pull your bolt back, disengage the safety, pull the trigger. There you go. Okay, so performance, guys. This is what we've all been waiting for to find out. Velocity, accuracy, and shot count, right? Oh, and shot distance. Before we do that, let's test the trigger. Let's see what kind of trigger pull we get. Umarex claimed like 6.25 pounds, and with my trigger meter, I got 6 pounds, 13.5 ounces. Quite the heavy trigger. 6 pounds, 15.2 ounces. That is the trigger pull. So pretty near a 7-pound trigger pull. It's long and it's heavy, so not the greatest trigger, but not a deal breaker. So next we'll figure out what about the loudness. Is Umarex right about the loudness? Medium to high is what they say. Well, at the muzzle, I got between 102 decibels and 105, which is kind of loud. 20 yards away, downrange, I got 98. So yeah, I would completely agree with Umarex's statement, medium to high in loudness. Okay, now to move on to the best part, accuracy, power, shot count, effective distance. The accuracy is something that I really needed to get used to, because chunking an arrow downrange is a whole lot different than chunking a piece of lead. You have the fletching, it's a shaft. It's not just a small projectile. It's long and it can be awkward. So I'm not going to expect dime-sized groups, though. If I'd aimed at the same aim point, I may have Robin Hooded a couple of arrows. So I'm impressed. Well, let's go ahead and get on to it. So I started at 10 yards to get it sighted in and just to get a feel for it. And when I felt comfortable at 10 yards, I moved it back to 25. Now, it says the effective distance is 20 to 40 yards. I need to bring it left. Let's see what kind of accuracy we're going to get out of this. There we go. I'm going to aim for the 14, the red, the first red on the 14. Pretty good. Alright, now for the first red from the inside is what I'm talking about. From the inside, from the bull, first red on the 13. Not bad. Sweet. It was beautiful. I didn't make any adjustments to my windage or the elevation on my archery optic. I just chose to use the different ranging reticles. In the first shot, I went down 2 reticles, and that was a little high. So I went up 1, and it was a little low. So then I just went kind of in between them, 2.5 reticles down. When I figured that out, it was in the kill zone just about every time. It's a little high, but so effective range 20 to 40 yards, I am in total agreement with that statement. Okay, what about velocity and muzzle energy? So Umarex claims that they get a max of 370 feet per second and 52 foot-pounds of energy. I would love to say that I got that and more, but I actually got a little lower than them. I got an average velocity of 338 with a max of 355, and that left me with a max foot-pound of energy of 47. So a little lower than what Umarex got, but it's still not bad. Remember guys, I only filled it to 4,200 PSI. I got 20 consistent shots. As far as consistent accuracy, consistent velocity, it is absolutely what you would expect from a regulated gun. Now the first shot, I got 342 feet per second. The 10th shot was 339, and the 20th was 328. If you're able to fill it to the max of 4,500 PSI, it's easy for me to believe that you'll get the full 25 consistent shot count performance. Now there is one more thing guys, a lot of you don't like me just sitting at the bench shooting the gun. And of course guys, how does it shoot offhand? Well, we definitely need to find that out. A little low. Let's try it again. Oh, I pulled that one to the left. I'll aim for the 14, the inside red. Low. As far as comfortability offhand, absolutely. It's light, compact. It's definitely a comfortable offhand shooter. Oh yeah. I myself may need a little practice with this offhand, but as far as comfortability, absolutely. Okay guys, so finally we went over most everything about this gun. I know there's some more technical things about it that I don't know about, but I'm sure there's somebody else that will fill in those gaps. I'm just giving you the basics. So now it's our cons and pros section. So cons, well, some might say it's a little plasticky. The trigger pull, not great. And it's a little loud. So as far as backyard friendly, it really depends on where your backyard is. Okay, so pros. Some might call it plasticky. I call it light, compact, a very nice hunter, because it's going to be easy to carry around in the woods and not be a burden. The stock is adjustable. It's quite cool AR style stock. It has a place for a sling. You have your pistol grip plus your textured forearm. The super sweet straight pull bolt action, which is really, really easy to cock. You also have your manual safety, which I am all for manual safeties. It puts the responsibility on the shooter. The full-length Picatinny rail, the M-lock rails, the Foster fitting, lovely, lovely, lovely. I really, really appreciate the placement of the pressure gauge. It's easy to read while you're filling the gun. You're not stretching around the other side trying to look at it. The accuracy, the velocity, the fact that it's regulated is super sweet. What else is there about this? I mean, this is a really... You get 25 shots per fill. I mean, that's a lot of shots. You're going to need to buy some more arrows if you're going to go hunting with it though, because guys, we know how it is with hunting. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you don't. And when you don't, you may just lose or damage an arrow. So you're going to need to buy some more arrows, but they are reusable as long as you can recover them. It's a great offhand shooter. I mean, there's so many, guys, but I'm gonna leave you with that. I would like to take a moment to say thank you to Gateway to Airguns. Thank y'all so much for making these videos possible. If you guys have not checked them out, you really, really should. If you're an air gunner, you like air guns, you like shooting, go check out www.gatewaytoairguns.org. There is something for every air gunner alive, I promise. I'm Airgun Angie with Gateway to Airguns. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is the Air Javelin Airgun, however you want to say that, from Umarex. Y'all don't just have a good day, have an awesome one. See ya.